Is it that time? Oh, baby, yes it is. It is time for the LAS Season 2 Grand Tournament Finals. I'm your host, Stripes, and today I am joined by the one, the only caster, Rav.
Stripes, we've got a first ever rivalry match going on. I can't wait to jump in. We got a bunch of players that have never been on stream before, that have never been on the same team before, and we're going to see these two divisions, Masters and Legends, face off in this fun game right before our grand finals. I can't wait.
Indeed, as Rav has said, we have a division rivalry game beforehand. The game will start at 8 o'clock for the grand finals, but starting shortly, we have a division rivalry match between members from both the Legends and the Masters divisions of completely separate teams. So, well, let's start things off by just introducing everyone. We already introduced ourselves, so why not introduce the players that will be playing in this division matchup? Since you're playing in the Masters division, why don't you introduce the Masters team?
Yeah, definitely. It's Aquarius in the top lane. He played for Salty Nami Carry. And then I Hades in the jungle, who played for Monkey Handsign. Hammersmith, who played for the Direwolves, is in mid lane. And then Paint, who I've faced many times, is the 80 carry of P247, who's also going to be playing tonight in the finals. And then the support from the team that I represent, I Love Leona. And he's been our primary support for Season 2 and helped us through many games. So you're going to get to watch him once again perform against Pack and Mac.
Yes, and on the blue side for the Legends division, we have Macklin in the top lane from the Verge Esports. Decole from Midnight Gaming, Rod and Storm. Surprisingly, one of two of representatives of the Midnight Gaming squads, Emma being the other from the Direwolves. We have Deathskull and Gold Excellence from Flea Familia, and Pack also representing the Verge Esports and I am super excited as we've already jumped into Champ Select.
I must not fall.
Right away, something that catches my eye. Leona's gone. So
Someone's done their homework or read the names on the screen.
Indeed they have.
After played against Paint many times, I know he really likes the Kai'Sa, so that would be a obvious ban from someone that's played him many times. But the ever-powerful Gwen, which I'm sure you have no problem getting out of there if they weren't trying to pick it early.
Absolutely not. Gwen is super powerful at all stages of the game, which is really interesting for a champion. It's very rare to see someone that is that strong throughout the entire game, but Gwen definitely fills that in, and it's mostly due to how powerful her passive is and how well it scales into the late game. But we do have the Thresh as the first pick, and there's that Kai'Sa for Paint, as you said.
Well, people are picking their best champions. This Thresh is 100% going to Pack that we saw play in the semifinals, in both the semifinals games. So he looked really, really strong. I immediately picked him out and really noticed these big Thresh plays that he was setting up for his team. And then as the counterpart, we're having Kai'Sa, who I was always talking about. That's who Paint plays. He's got 150 ranked games with him already this season. He picks it at any time he can in LAS, unless the team needs him to fill in a different role. But here he is picking Comfort, and then Lux, who we're not quite sure is going to go support or mid lane, but from knowing this support player, this is most certainly a Lux mid.
You have to see the Jinx Thresh combo, a really, really solid one. Jinx and Immobile carry. So if she wants some safety, Tom Kench, Thresh, two of the best champions for it. They already have the Thresh. And J4 in the jungle for the Legends team. And it might be a Lux support if this pick gets locked in. And it will be. The Ziggs is going to come in for the Masters team. What an interesting pick.
You used to be cool.
following up with everything, the Echo ban is coming out. That is mostly a mid lane ban, most definitely a mid lane ban, as Jarvan is already locked in. Some other things that the Legends team doesn't want to see is the Graves already getting banned away, and Renekton's a really strong champ in the right hands, but I feel like the Masters team is going for a more of a poke comp. They might want to get more melee champs to hard engage, to brawl, peel, but it seems like it's going to be hard for them to execute. That's just how the nature of the comp and how it goes. But we'll have to see. Ooh! Spicy pick in the top lane is going to be Fiora.
Oh, and they don't go for the easy tank top. No, they're going for the big split push threat in Fiora. And one of the recent changes, 250 gold on this top turret and this bot turret here in the patch 11-13. So players remember some fairly substantial changes in 11-13. We're playing it right now, and here they're picking the split pushing goddess.
Indeed. Not to mention also a great new item for Fiora as well, Hull Breaker. Gives you bonus armor and MR while separated. Its base stats are 300 health, 50 attack damage, 150% bonus health regen, and not only does it give you that, that bonus armor and MR when you are alone and away from your team, but in addition, you'll also get more of this and given over to your cannon minions, your super minions. And is this a Poppy jungle, my guy?
No, this is Poppy support. This is a Lux jungle. Yes, we're seeing it here in the divisional rivalry game. We're having Plat 1 player himself, Hades, over in the Lux jungle. I have to say, I've only seen this once or twice, and it's pretty troll. It's really hard for the first 3 or 4 levels. Frankly, it's still hard after that, but it's really, really, really hard for the first few levels. And let's see if Jarvan is going to be able to be aggressive upon Lux. It's a decoy, has the right pick to really be able to put a hurt on this Lux jungle, but he's got to choose his entry into the jungle and his first gank really, really carefully, because if he gets put behind against this Lux jungle, well, if he's not winning early game, he's most likely not going to be winning late game. So look for him to go ahead and be aggressive on this Lux and try to take it to her.
Indeed. We do have a few minutes to wait for competitive integrity, and we only covered some of the changes that came into 11.13. One of the biggest ones is the TK rework, the mini rework. Like we said last week, we both felt it was a little bit lackluster, but it is live now. In addition, mobility got nerfed all across the board, and the biggest changes coming to the item Stridebreaker itself. One of the biggest, it no longer gives you that dash when activating it. It's just like Gordringer, it just activates around you, no dash, no nothing.
Yeah, but it's not all a loss. I was just looking at the patch notes, and I believe an extra 200 health with the item. It's significant how much extra health you get with this item now.
Indeed, it's not,
and a little bit extra attack damage too, as well. I believe it's 5 attack damage, 200 health. So pretty significant stats there.
It took away from the mobility, but it gave it more of the base stats to make up for it. There were some sleeping changes across the board as well. I think there were some direct changes to the slow numbers itself, but I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, and I don't have it up on my second monitor, so I can't tell you right then and there, but I want to go back to another point that you brought up. Another change that no one was really expecting, but came through anyway. The outer tier 2 turrets are now worth 250 more local gold. So instead of being worth 300 local gold, they're now worth 550 local gold.
That's really significant. And for a champion like Fiora, if she can get a lead and start knocking down turrets, if she can get solo top gold now, that extra 250 is on our way towards the next item. Really can help, or being able to get the bot lane turret plates fairly easy. It could be like helping Caitlyn in the bottom lane or other long range 80 carries that could really work towards knocking down that first turret bottom and then start rotating around the map. You're going to get more value picking these champions and playing in this type of manner if you can, but also know the enemy team is also going to know that you're putting excess pressure here in either top or bottom, and they're going to be able to react to it. You could see at least for the Jinx and Thresh some pressure down in bot lane, and with the Jinx attack speed passive being able to get more and more attack speed, really look for her to be able to knock down some turret plates and before 14.
Indeed, turret plates are going to be very, very valuable here, but I do want to reiterate for everyone that does get confused, it's only the tier 2 turrets. The gold on the outer towers are still unchanged, and the inhibitor turrets are, again, unchanged. So, and the mid lane tier 2, also unchanged. So, Riot said this was mostly just to add more priority on taking down the outer tier 2 turrets, because once you get late enough into the game, they really don't provide too much strategic value. But now with all of these changes, there's a little bit more strategic value when it just comes into sheer amounts of gold.
We're loaded up. Decoy showing off his lunar skin on Jarvan. First time seeing that one. Looks rather
Indeed. Let me... something. Just making sure everything is in tip-top shape, as we do seem to have a level. Both teams seem to be going for something level 1 in the bot. It's 10-man bot already. So close indeed, but it's not over yet. Oh, and Masters are chased away. Once again, it is going to be the Legends on the blue side and the Masters on the red side, as you can see. For some reason, the scoreboard is not up. I don't know why that wasn't the case. Sorry about that, everyone. Just looking at a blank hole in the bottom of the bottom middle. But here we go. This Lux jungle, I'm interested to see how it works. You can tell he's not taking this game too seriously if he's picking something like Lux in the jungle. I mean, hey, I've played with a guy who has an alternate account called Vayne Victory, where he plays nothing but Vayne, even in the jungle, and it works. So we'll have to see how it goes. Vayne and Lux, of course, two totally different champions. One is more auto attack based than the other, and already Aquarius is being very aggressive up in the top lane. It has gone for Grasp along with Ignite TP, but little bit of fighting going on in the top jungle, but nothing coming out of it. Yes. How about now?
well. We're seeing a big CS difference here on bot lane.
We're good.
All right. Well, there's 12 CS differential here on bot. So Paint and I Love Leona on some of their favorite champions, some of the champions they're the best at. They want to win this game, this bot lane. I know Eversmith plays Ziggs middle, and some people over in the Legends squad here, they're playing some of their favorites. So they're playing to win here. So we're seeing Macklin getting chunked down, and he's going to have a hard time as he's having a big wave crash towards the top.
Indeed, and already there's a bit of rotation as Deco may have been getting caught up, but he's Jarvan. He can just go over the wall. So, right now there's, I do want to point out, despite the heavy trading up in the top lane, Macklin actually is up 8 CS. We have a gank in the mid lane.
Ooh, nice EQ here from Jarvan. Decoy is going to start this off well. Akali is going to get a little bit of damage back, but it's not going to have enough to finish him off just yet. Emersmith being able to get some trading damage. And it looks like he's going to be trying to push this wave in to try to get a first back. He's just sitting on Doran's ring. No potions left for Ziggs.
Oh,
Macklin's going to miss that taunt just a little bit. Oh, as Decoy is going to come in, the EQ is going to reign true, as iHates is going to have a hard time getting out of there, and Jarvan's picking up first kill. Decoy, the last minute follow-up for this game. He just substituted in, being able to pick up the first blood, second blood over to Deathskull. Macklin now as well, getting the taunt true this time, being able to land onto Aquarius, who hasn't been able to parry any of these skill shots just as of yet.
Oh.
It's a lot of damage is coming back onto Akali. Ziggs is going to be able to get that push, and he's already went back and fought. He has that amplifying tool to him. Look for Shen to back up here in top. He's got this wave pushed. He's got a nice CS lead. This is the time to go up and pick up your first item. He's going to do just that. We're seeing big representation here from both the Verge and their top laner and their support, Mac and Pac, who had their podcast that talked about the LAS one of their weeks. And then we have two from Fleet Familia, the mid lane and the AD carry.
Indeed, those are the two teams that have big representation, but also we do have to give a shout out to Paint, just coming in playing before the grand finals match versus Guardians of God's Glaze, not Golden Guardians, as we've said a lot last week. As a little bit going on in the top lane.
Absolutely, and the taunt is to get out. Aquarius wants to get in, he's going to get the flash, and Macklin able to go ahead and get the back off. He should be able to teleport back. He still has all that gold, hasn't been back to bake as of yet, as we're seeing the Lux buying hit, follow up with the damage with the W, and now with the shield on Emersmith, he's going to feel confident to push in, and Akali's going to get the first kill, going to be able to get it, and will it be enough to get away? This flash from Emersmith and just being able to get it, he's just able to trade it! Oh, getting the kill on Akali, he's going to be able to get this push into mid lane. Emersmith, now with a kill. Masters on the board.
Indeed, and the gold lead is pretty even thanks to a lot of the, thanks to a lot of the CS difference down in the bot lane, and because Deco picked someone like Jarvan, not able to fast clear the jungle, surprisingly, Lux is actually ahead in CS. However, Jarvan is one closer to finishing off Chilling Smite, as we are looking at across the board. Jinx still has yet to back, still just sitting on a pot and a Doran's Blade. Meanwhile, Kaisa just came back to lane with a Noon Quiver, boots as well. So, a lot of standing gold on the Jinx.
Macklin was very smart with his trades in top. He does have a little bit less in the way of health, but he's got this wave pushing, and his team is starting to gather around the dragon. Mountain Dragon it is, and both teleports are down. As we're seeing, Fiora is going to be going ahead and getting in.
Oh!
Going to try to get the damage on. As we see, I Love Leona has left the game, so I really hope they pause this as we're having a team fight. Leona goes down, and the pause is coming out, but it's going to be coming back. Decoy did land the EQ, and Legends out to a sizable advantage here, 5-2. And I really hope I Love Leona is able to come back. Leona
just came back, but a little fighting in the bottom jungle, as it looks like Deco will take down Hades, and Sandy Knight will come out, and nothing more will come of that. All in all, that is worth for the Legends division, and they are actually just going to go and grab Dragon.
Yep, and the first dragon started here by Legends. Does not look like there's going to be any sort of contest, as it's going to be 8 minutes 30 seconds. Significant gold lead now for Legends.
Ooh.
As here, Akali is going to be here in the top lane, able to land the skill, and is able to follow up, and now the taunt is going to be enough to take out that damage, but it might just be for a matter of time, as Deskal has got 4 kills, make that a 5. 5 kills in 9 minutes. If you're a mid lane Akali, you're on your way to the races, and the whole team of Masters, they're the horsies, they're getting rode.
Indeed. Aquarius tried his best to get the execute, but it just wasn't enough. He had some fancy footwork, fancy moves. Ooh, and the W from I Love Leona being good, but the Decoy will still get the kill in the end. Legends are... Most people think the Legends are the weaker division, but at least in this game, they're proving that not to be the case.
This has been a popular debate for Season 1 and Season 2, but I'll let you know what the results are. So what is the result of our Grand Final game? We have 1 Masters and 1 Legends. How so far? How is the Division Rivalry game going? Well, what do you know? Legends is doing just fine, and they got a significant lead coming into this mid-game period, as Jinx is going to be starting to take these valuable bottom turret plates, as we were talking about before, now worth more gold. 2 turret plates now for the Jinx. Very strong.
Very strong indeed. However, still a 20 CS deficit down in the bot lane. Does have 1 extra plate and 2 assists over the Kaisa. But other than that, it's still a bit behind. Aquarius just putting some vision in, as Macklin is just trying to farm under turret. Decoy. Oh, just spotted out. Looks like he should be able to get away here, and he does.
It was just a little bit off the screen, but Lux was able to get the Rift Herald on spawn for the most part. So objective now going over in the way of the Masters team. Lux might be 0-3 to start, but like you had mentioned, even on CS and now with a Rift Herald, they're going to go ahead and put a lot of pressure onto this mid-tier 1. And with a couple of extra shots, they're going to be able to keep this Rift charging.
Who needs extra shots? There's a Ziggs in the mid lane. Of course, the Rift Herald did take it out right away, but even if it didn't, just a blast pack on it will just make the turret go boom. But a good hit on the eye by Deskal will deny it a second charge, so it's just getting first tower gold and a few extra plates.
Absolutely, and the gold lead is not insurmountable. Only 700 at this juncture, as Macklin is able to dodge out, land the taunt, heading back towards his base. He does have minions here, but a significant health advantage for Fiora, as Fiora is going to be able to push this wave in, and will have teleport in the next 15 seconds here in top lane. Macklin as well, teleport up very shortly, does have ult up, so we are going to be able to see some movement from these top laners if they so choose.
Indeed, even if Macklin could also choose to base before his team wants to go for a play, unless that play happens right now on the top side. It is going to ult Deskal, but nothing. But it's going to be problematic. Oh,
massive interrupt there. The Lantern was just stopped. What a huge play as Decoy's going down. A big gold swing in favor of Masters team, as Shen is going to be trying to get some damage on, but has Ignite on him. Akali, once again, 6 kills. Anywhere she goes, she just puts down a touch of death. I don't know if it's a kiss, a tap, or a stroke, but whatever it is, it's lethal.
I think it's more precise. I think it's more of a precise stab, if anything, considering she has 2 bladed weapons. But anywhere she goes, she's deadly, but we have a fight in the bot lane.
Holy smokes! Decoy doesn't have a lot of health points there. He is going for the damage build, as we're going to see. Pack go ahead and land, as well as the ult is going to be just enough slow to get down I Love Leona, as Jinx is going to be able to go down underneath the turret, and Fiora is big at this moment, 2 kills, and the flash heading over Pack is going to be using that to be able to get away, and Dragons are being pinged. Let's see what the Masters team decides to do as they have control of this bot side of the map.
Indeed. I will want to point out some build choices coming in from certain players. It is going to be both a Gore Drinker Jarvan and Gore Drinker Fiora. It's going to be a Luden's. It is a Luden's Zig as well as a Luden's Lux, as opposed to something like Leandri, Everfrost, or something else. And on Akali, it is a more bursty, instant blow-up build as opposed to the more elongated Riftmaker sort of one.
As we're
But there's
seeing
a bit of
Poppy
engagement
here
top
top.
lane.
Yeah, the flash there from Macklin, not taking any chances. Now he's going to be that much more vulnerable for the next 5 minutes, as I Love Leona on his patented Poppy, already rotating up to the top side of the map here at the 14-minute mark. All the plates are down, and the second dragon is upon us, as we're starting to see the Legends team get some early vision. They're seeing that the dragon hasn't been started.
Indeed.
Two
Worried about it
members.
because Ziggs was clearing out some vision, but a conflict seems inevitable here.
Oh, like Thucydides's trap, these two powers are fighting, and we're going to see the Jarvan here on the backside is going to go ahead and land the Cataclysm onto Kai'Sa, but just barely going to be able to get away. What do we mean, get away? This is an upgraded Ziggs ult. It actually hit this time, as we're seeing Shen come down towards bottom, and it's going to be too little, too late, as Masters are back, and the Dragon is going to be going over towards them to even it up at 1-1, but they take the significant gold lead now at the 15-minute mark.
Indeed, they do. It is over a 2,000 gold lead. Yeah, they may be down on kills, but the CS differences are massive, especially down in this bot lane. And it doesn't help that they managed to take a lot of plates. They've taken down 2 turrets already, and a lot of their mythics are coming online just now. Jinx still doesn't have her mythic, and Thresh doesn't have his mythic. Not as important as Jinx's, but still, you can see in the items themselves, as Fiora's backing, Gore Drinker now completed, Steel Cap's completed. It's getting
Striped,
dire.
Did you ever hear the saying where you get kills for show and you farm minions for dough? That's how it is, all right? You know, you get the flashy kills, so what? You get a significant bottom lead here, like Paint and I Love Leona have secured here in the bot lane, and that is just so much more gold toward their team. Big hook here from Pac. He's going to go ahead and start it off with the Flay into the ultimate. Akali is going to be the first one to get a kill onto Kai'Sa as Lux is trying to get out. She does have the red buff as Fiora is going to try to follow up. Both champions, all 3 champions are low as Fiora is going to get started with the taunt getting out here from Macklin, who are going to run. What did I say? Run? No, he's suicidal. He's getting in there and saying, I do not have a desire to live. I want to stare death in the face, and I will greet it.
Man, is this the LAS division round or a CLG game? Because that blast cone seemed a bit crazy to me. Right back into the enemy team, but even still, it's not all doom and gloom for the Masters team as we get a fight in the bottom jungle, but Aquarius just walks away. Good little parry, denies the hook from landing. Even though it technically landed, but semantics.
Seeing now top and mid switch up. We're having Ziggs here in the top lane because his teleport is up. His team feels that it's okay to have him up there for a little bit. And if he has a little bit of alone time with this top turret, he's going to be able to take it down. And, well, Ziggs, alone, turret, well, that's going to be a turret down for the Masters. Extending their gold lead, they still have Rift Herald.
Not only was he alone, he was alone with a low health turret. I mean, Aquarius on this Fiora just did a lot of work on the turret during the laning phase, so Emersmith just basically brought the wave in, probably got like 1 auto off, and then just blew it up.
tell you, Death Skull better not be putting all his energy into an intimidating name. He needs to use these 8 kills and 2 items. Can you believe it? He's already got Lichbane here at 18 minutes, 2 items with the Night Harvester, not even second level boots. This Akali is come to play, and she's going to be able to blow up just about everyone except for Poppy on the map pretty much. That's dangerous for an assassin. Whoa.
Yeah, it's bad enough. Poppy may also be a good target to blow up as well. Mythics are online for everyone. You got much more tankier support Mythic as opposed to the Thrash's Locket with the triple chem tank on I Love Leona's Poppy. As Death Skull trying to go for a fight. Ooh.
Macklin, who's going to try to not go down. The kill going over to Death Skull. As we're going to have more fighting here in the mid. Riptail is going to be enough to take mid turret. Full health bars here from the Masters team. We just need to go ahead and remove these minions. It doesn't look like there's going to be another charge, and they're going to take another mid lane turret. No more mid lane turrets left, just the base with Akali causing destruction and damage and mayhem everywhere she goes. 10-2-0. Death Skull 6-1-6-1-6.
But look what happened. Look what happened in the bot lane. Aquarius got that nice 600 gold with the additional 50 from the global gold for that tier 2 turret. Oh, and Death Skull seems to be in trouble. Oh, and he's down.
And it's not how much gold you have, it's how you use it. And Aquarius is using what gold he does have to the best of his ability, as Ziggs is going to try to get some flanking damage onto Decoy. And because, once again, going this damage and armor build, Ziggs is cutting him through down like a hot knife through butter. And I tell you, that's pretty fast. That's pretty fast and tasty. Anytime you got a lot of butter, all right? Anything with seafood related, just douse that in butter, just like Fiora's doing, except don't diet like Fiora's doing. No, you don't want to end up in a cataclysm like how this is going on, but I can't believe she got out, and it was Decoy that went down. Whoa, Stripes. I can't talk so fast because these plays are going back, forth, this way, that way, and every which way. I need to wait for them to finish before calling who's going down before who's going down.
Yeah, and the gold lead, look at it. It shifted up nearly 6,000 gold lead at 21 minutes. Oh, trying to catch out the hook will end up backfiring and stunning Death Skull thanks to the parry. For those who haven't seen Fiora in a while, yes, her W still has that. If you block any form of hard CC, it will stun someone if you hit them with the counterattack portion of it. And Ravenous Hydra does also come back online with the added Omnivamp to it. It's just a much better Fiora Island. Indeed,
missed the EQ, but Akali was able to land her shots, and all this damage is going to be. Fiora goes down quickly, but remember they just put 3 people in bottom. Now a very aggressive call here from Masters. I wonder who called this, whether this was Paint or I Love Leona, but they got an excellent chance at this Baron. What do I mean excellent chance? They've got this Baron. They're going to take a single kill of their top laner and bot lane in exchange for this Baron at 22 minutes any day of the week. And now Masters, they can just take it right into the base. 6,000 gold, a dragon up, and Baron. They got all the tools they need to really push it to the Legends squad. Akali is just such a big part of this Legends team. They're going to have to get her on the right target. Really reliant on the Jarvan and the Thresh to make sure their team are in the right place at the right time, choosing the right target.
Indeed, if you look at the Masters team, they have kills and assists spread out pretty evenly across the board. And then you look over at the the Legends team, and then it's just like, oh, I think I know who the carry is just by looking at the kill score. Akali sitting at 11-3 right now, so he's gonna be the one that needs to put in a lot of this work. Oh, and the flash denied by I Love Leona's Poppy.
Great
just
ult.
knock him away.
Oh, and this is the power of Akali here. Nearly taking out Ziggs with just a mere couple of skill shots.
You know what else? I think there was something. He got more value out of that ultimate because look at Death Skull's ultimate. It's on cooldown. I think he tried to start the dive, but the ultimate timing was just too damn perfect. Aquarius taking down this inhibitor.
Predict! He's able to Thresh first starts it off with the Death Sent, and it's going to be the taunt. It's going to land onto Fiora, who's going to try to get as much damage as possible, but it's not going to be enough. We're seeing a couple of kills now go back over towards the Legends side. So even though they don't have Baron, they're able to catch Masters being deep in their base. And now they're going to be able to run out some of this Baron time and maybe even get a mid and turret for themselves. They need a turret down. They need some confidence. They got 17 kills, but what are kills got to do with it, I tell you, Stripes?
Well, kills don't mean too much if you have so many damn turrets taken down. That's a lot of the standing gold difference right there. That if they start taking down these turrets, then this gold lead shrinks substantially. There's currently only one outer turret, or one tier 2 turret left standing for the Legends side. Well, every single turret is still up for the Master side, so they need to get some map control. They need to get some of these turrets down so they can put more gold into their pocket, put more gold into other members other than the Sakali so they can get back into this game. So it's not just all Death Skull just carrying this team on his back right now.
Here, Macklin is going to get knocked into the wall. I Love Leona getting all kinds of CC just in time for Paint to get their third kill. 7 assists here, but look at that CS total, 192, by far the highest in the whole game as he is getting ready for the grand tournament. And I tell you, he looks ready, and I think GGG would be fools to leave Kai'Sa up after seeing this game, but they have so many picks as we're seeing the fight go in deep. Thresh is going to be able to land the Death Santas, but I don't think the team's got the damage to be able to follow up on this as Decoy is going down. That's 2 members of Legends that's gone down, but the Kai'Sa getting hooked, but still not enough damage as Thresh has to flash away. And this is the full 5 members pushing onto the base. They got a lot of minions to work. This might be nights out.
Indeed, Fiora and Ziggs, the death to turret combination. As just an unfortunate fight, an unfortunate gaze from Death Skull will give the Masters team the win.